Hi. So, I wasn't able to go over Chapter 2 review from the study session in Buford on Friday with Dr. Neely. So, I'll do that in this video. And, yeah. Okay. So, these are the notes from, like I said, the review session. It says, define chemistry, and I did that in the previous video on the flashcards. Define atom, smallest unit of matter. Matter is anything that takes up mass and takes up space. And on Earth, mass and weight are the same things, but if you want to lose weight, if you go to another planet where the gravity is different, you can lose weight that way. So he had given that example in class. Anyway, so he went over atoms are composed of 3 subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, electrons. The particles, subatomic particles that are in the nucleus are the proton and the neutron. The electron is orbiting the nucleus in a shell or cloud. He went over the weight of proton, neutron, electron, and then a non-reactive atom prefers to be electrically neutral. That means that the number of protons will always equal the number of neutrons. Once an atom is no longer electrically neutral, that atom will be an ion. The three types of bonds are covalent, ionic, and hydrogen. He didn't really go over the hydrogen bond very much in class or in the review session, but it takes up like a tiny little spot in the book. But he did make sure and say that it is the weakest bond of all 3. Covalent bonds share electrons to get a full valence. For example, oxygen has 6 valence electrons, so it would want 2 more, and so it would share electrons with hydrogen and make water, which is a polar covalent bond. So don't ask me why I remember that, but yeah. Anyway, so polar covalent bond is sharing unequally. One atom pulling the other closer to it because it's bigger, and it's kind of like a tug of war. Like the atoms are always playing tug of war, and who's going to win? Always the biggest guy. So the one with the most electrons is always the one that weighs the most is always going to have the bigger pull. And nonpolar covalent bond is equal sharing of electrons. Ionic bonds means that at the last electron cloud, the valence electron cloud, the valence is not complete. If the valence electron is not complete, the atom can give up or take an electron, and then it says and then it goes on, to describe what is a cation and what is an anion. A cation is a positively charged ion, and if it is positively charged, then it gave up electrons. Anion is a negatively charged ion, and in order to be negative, it would have had to take an electron to be more negative. And sorry. The other thing they said is that when an atom gives up an electron or takes it, then they always travel together because they're like, one's positive, one's negative, opposites attracts, kind of like magnets and stuff, so they always travel together. He did say that hydrogen bonds, my notes don't make sense. 1 second. Hydrogen is a polar covalent bond. No. Scratch that. My notes don't make sense. Anyway, that's what was in the review. Hydrogen bonds, hydrogen and a polar covalent bond that is attracted to the charge of another atom. It's the weakest bond and it can be easily broken. As far as the PowerPoint, the slide that we stopped on what was about bonds. So we went over hydrogen bonds and then we stopped there. If you read chapter 2, then you would know about all the chemical reactions and all that stuff, and the inorganic and organic, and about water and pH and all that other junk. So once we go over it in class and I have my notes from the PowerPoint, then I will go ahead, make those flashcards, and make that next video. So probably tomorrow I'll be uploading some more videos about bio, and if anyone has Skype, I know we're at school until evening time anyway, so if people don't want to meet at school, I live an hour away from the school, and I know a lot of other people live a good amount of time from the school. So if you don't want to stay in school and study or do a study group, if anyone ever wants to Skype and just bounce studying ideas back and forth, let me know. I am a social studier, according to Miss D's little test that we took. So y'all let me know. I like to study because I don't have anything else to do. I could probably do a puzzle or something, but that gets old after a while. But anyway, so if you have any questions or you want me to review anything about the chapter, including doing like some of the math problems, I can do that. Also, I can go over the basically Cliff Notes area at the end of the chapters, which is basically, they call it the summary outline. So if you all want me to go over that, I can go over that too. So it helps me to talk about it, and I remember it more, so that's why I vlog. So anyway, y'all want to vlog too? Do it! It's cool! You'll be cooler if you do it. Alright, bye.